warm welcome to all of you to the 6th edition of the ET Edge Best Brands Conclave 2023, for the fact that all of you are here to be part of a very interesting conversation and, of course, come together as we celebrate the best brands this evening. We'd also like to announce that the ET Edge Best Brands Coffee Table book will feature remarkable brands that have redefined the benchmark in their respective fields through their legacy as well as sustainability in India and global markets. Without any delay, it's time for a keynote address, a very befitting keynote address that's to do with purpose, personalization, and performance, which is the winning mindset of businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a thunderous round of applause for Shri R. Gopal Krishnan?
With the advent of the digital age, it is appropriate to contemplate the future of branding. And some people think brands are dead. There are people like Naomi Klein who've written books like details of brands are all over. But when I began my career, the top valued companies, top valued brands were things like Ford and Chrysler and Nissan. And today they've been overtaken by the Apples and the Microsofts. Even within India, you'll find the top valued brands are software companies like Tata Consultancy and Infosys. And India has kept pace in branding. Amongst all developing countries, I would say India is fairly modern in its professional approach to branding, with all the accoutrements that go with branding. Brands have to be she. And I'm not using the word she in a feminine sense. It is feminine. It's got the connotation, of course. But it stands for sustainable, humane, and enlightened. And the most important thing I have learned about brands is not the advertising, is not the brand awards function, is not the fact that you are the brand in charge. Those are all little pips on your epaulets which you can sport for some time. But what I find is the most important is aha moments in brands. Brands are not engineered. They happen. And they happen because at certain magical moments of stress particularly, the brand responds with who it is. It is not what the advertising agency said or what the marketing director said. And a brand has a few such dots in its life and career. And those mark who the brand is. People and leaders are remembered for what they did in a crisis, not what they did. Generals are remembered for what they did in the battle, not what they did during peacetime. So it's exactly the same principle. Thank you very much.
With that, we're quickly giving a makeover to the stage, the reason being that we're about to set a panel discussion for all of you. With this conversation, let's get a deep dive into the ways that the brands are adjusting to the ascendancy of the new age consumers and harnessing inventive approaches in order to connect with and strike a chord with them.
So maybe we start the ball rolling with you, Parveen. What do you think are the key consumer trends you have observed for your industry?
The consumer trends that we are seeing, I would first say, I would bucket them under the first category would be because of COVID, more and more people have come back and realized that they want to travel more. The holidays are becoming longer. They want to travel with their family and friends. There is a large need of, stays which are more driven by experience. So that's kind of very, very unique. And we are also seeing there's a lot of new trends like be leisure, where people want to work and stay at the same time. In fact, this is the era of published travel. So I don't travel only because I want to experience. I travel because I want to tell the world that what I did during my travel. So which means there is a strong need for us to create differentiated products. There's a strong need for us to have Instagrammable holidays. And also, we need to be there to be found. I think those are the things which are changing in our market.
Maybe we need to go to you now. What trends you are seeing?
There is a huge change in consumer behavior that we have seen as a result of the pandemic. The consumers have become a lot more evolved. So in simple terms, reading the label of a product in detail, understanding what are the ingredients that are there inside. That's the level of involvement that a consumer today has when it comes to healthcare products. And hence it becomes important for us to be able to provide them, one, with more reliable information so that they can make more informed choices about their own self-care. Those, I would say, are the key trends that we are seeing.
Maybe we switch gears a bit more to you, Anirudh, now. As the brand custodian of TVS Motors, what do you foresee is the future of marketing?
It is going to be a very much digitally driven and equal to one, talking to a very young audience. But fundamental values of the consumer will remain the same. But I think everything else is just going to change, and we will be heavily dependent on technology to be able to deliver it. But the soul and the heart we need to still keep warm and keep it human. That's what I think our challenge is going to be.
I hope the audience find value in listening to all of us. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you.
Well, let me inform you all that as we're about to get started with the very first set of felicitations for the Best Brands 2023, I'd like to once again request Shri R. Gopalkrishnan to please come on stage, sir, to please do the honors. Actually, start with the felicitation. We also have the launch of the coffee table book. So we're going to have the clicker. Yes, sir, you can go ahead, sir. With that, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Brands 2023. And I'd now like to invite on stage Valvoline Cummins Private Limited.
Two very critical things that enable brands to distinguish themselves in today's competitive scenario. I would sum them up as authenticity and consistency. I think we are living in an era where there is a huge overload of information. There is incredible access to information due to digitization to everybody. So in this scenario, with competitive action getting so intense, I think brands need to be completely authentic. We need to deliver what we are promising repeatedly, again and again. I think that's critical to build any form of loyalty and trust with consumers. And the second piece is about consistency. It's not about just delivering a promise once. It's about consistent quality. It's about consistent value proposition delivered at every step of the value chain. I think if brands can deliver these two, it will differentiate the great from the good brands going forward.
Let's have a healthy round of applause as we hear it for Nutrilite, exclusively from Amway.
Well, we've been in India now for the past 25 years, and I can tell you, as a brand, we always keep our customers first. Our vision is to help people live healthier and better lives. And what we have done is we have very strongly partnered, collaborated with our hundreds and thousands of micro entrepreneurs to make them change evangelists. We have kind of trained them on how to actually be catalysts of change.
We're now about to invite the next brand, ladies and gentlemen, TVS Industrial and Logistics Parks Private Limited.
The way IT and technology is dramatically changing the consumer preferences. We at TVS ILP are also state of art in terms of our infrastructure, as also all provisioning in terms of IT enabled services for our customers. And this in turn collectively is helping us support them in terms of just-in-time management as well as just-in-time delivery towards the clients, be it the e-com sector or be it the FMCG side.
But our next session is a little bit special. And since they called people from the ad world to come and speak, we said, let's do it with a very special person, a little different avatar. So without any further delay, please join me in welcoming Mr. Bharat Dabolkar.
Where are the best brands, Conclave? What, according to you, defines a best brand?
A good client defines a best brand, because a best brand can only be created if the client is a good client. You always find agencies who've done brilliant work for some clients and created best brands, and the same agency for other clients can't do the same. So I always feel that, in my experience of so many years, that the brands that we created that made history, or they were #1 brands in the country, they were so because of the clients that we had.
Do you still see creativity thriving, at least in a brand front, in this new era?
I think that today you have better creative people than all of us in the olden days. Again, I come back to the same thing, that I think what is happening now is they have to go through layers of approvals. So a good creative idea gets killed by the time it reaches the release. And that's why you don't get good advertising.
Thank you so much, Bharat, for being
You're
here.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me go ahead and announce our next set of brands that are being felicitated as the ET Edge Best Brands 2023. Bombay Hospital and Medical Research Center.
We are in healthcare. Our primary responsibility is patient safety and patient care. We give the best possible medical treatment delivered in the shortest possible time and at minimum cost. Charity and the pursuit of excellence are the two fundamentals on which we derive our impetus, and it's always in our blood. We are always continuously striving for delivering the excellent patient care.
As I now invite on stage Tata Realty.
Tata as a brand is built on customer values, trust, care, and building products as pioneers, which basically means that we always look at the needs of the customers and the dynamic environment in which the customers continuously want better and superior experience. At Tata Realty Infrastructure, we build sustainable, green, and customer-oriented lifestyle experiences so they can live as a family and grow as a family in real estate developments that we do across the country.
The next brand that's being felicitated, Kone Elevators, India.
So modern day marketing, in my view, is not much different from what we've been doing in the past, but the way we do it is very different. So eventually it's all about customer centricity. It's all about communicating your brand values to the customers, and that's very important. We do it now today through a lot of digitalization, through digital media and PR, through digital marketing. We also do it through data analytics. And therefore, elements like sustainability have become very important for the brand to be known as a sustainable brand, for the brand to be known as a more visible brand, for the brand to be known as a brand which meets the needs of the customers. And that's all about modern day marketing. And I think this whole modern day marketing trend will still continue.
Move ahead and invite the next brand, Webgyor Group of Schools.
In education, we go beyond business. There is a huge responsibility on us because it is not just the need of the customers, it is the need of the country, need of the entire world, and need of the humanity. Today, we are also into artificial intelligence, coding, and our children are doing a lot of research. With the help of ChatGPT also, they are free to do all the research inside the school and even outside. Our children need to be future ready, and that is what we work towards.
Let's hear it for 360 One Wealth.
361 brand that we've recently built and designed and developed appeals to a larger audience in the high net worth as well as ultra high net worth categories. And it appeals to people across not only our country but across the globe. The brand needs to be dynamic, the logos needs to be dynamic, which is something that we've endeavored and built in the 361 brand that we've recently crafted. Also, the brand story, if the logo is able to communicate the brand story and purpose, it elevates the brand in multifold ways.
Move ahead and now invite the next best brand, AGL Tiles.
AGL has grown over the year by understanding consumer preference and their needs. We focus with three important aspects as a brand. One, trendy design. Second, fast service. And third, value addition of latest technology support. At AGL, we update customer throughout omni-channel experience with latest trend in tiles, marble, quartz and bathware. AGL showroom are equipped with 3D room visualization techniques that make it easy to choose the product and design for their requirement. AGL dealer network and team that provide quick service to their customer round the clock. Hence, AGL brand win brand satisfaction and brand loyalty over the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, let's also invite the next brand to be felicitated, Kohinoor Group.
So if you look at the market right now, we look at customers, there's a consistent change that's happening. Post-COVID, we are in real estate. Keynote Group Pune is one of the leading real estate developers in Pune. What we have noticed post-COVID is the importance of homes to be much more than just four walls where people go back and sleep at night or where the family stays. Homes have now changed. Okay? They are places where people work from, people live from. They are places where people build communities, children grow up. Also, what we've seen is the importance of sustainability, greenery that's happening. So what we're doing now from a basic home, which would be what people would look at a certain price, we're understanding that consumers need a lifestyle. Customers need a lifestyle. They need safety. They need post-maintenance, post-possession maintenance. So the entire process is become from a transaction to a relationship. We at Kohinoor treasure the relationship we have with consumers, and we have a special cell called the Sada Sukhi Raho cell. That's a post-possession cell, which ensures that our customers remain happy with us as they continue living with us. So that's how things have changed in the marketplace right now. Sanctuary of Joy is our philosophy around which we are building our homes. Kohinoor on the other side is also recognizing our second vertical is doing business and commercial. So our commercial buildings are also evolving. So Best Brands, it's obviously great to be here. Best Brands is a recognition of all the effort that we've been putting in creating the homes, the offices, the hostels that we are doing for our customers. We are glad that we are recognized for our effort. It's great to share this back to our entire team who have contributed to making us a best brand. And this brand will ensure that going into the future, we keep giving our best and delivering better service to our customers.
Well, up next, under the emerging brands, let's also hear it for ProBlast SR.
Godrej is based on innovation and technology. We have a very strong market research team who basically go and discuss with the customers, and they try to understand and identify the gap between the products, existing products, what they are using in the respective therapy, and thereby then they get back and then we contemplate with the medical team, and then we basically focus on the innovation and technology and create the difference with the other brands. Basically, we try to compete with the world-class pharma standards by giving the global standard of products, by giving extreme level of satisfactions to the customers through the clinical efficacy.
And now, under the emerging brands, we'd also like to felicitate Fabricare by D-Decor.
In today's dynamic market, I think brands are constantly adapting to customer preferences. They leveraging technology, which in turn is helping them tailor their products and services more effectively. Specifically for Fabricare, the new brand of high-performance fabrics from D-Decor, we are staying ahead of the curve by constantly investing in our fabric technologies. We monitor trends, we look at customer feedback, and with all of that, that keeps helping us add value to the features we add to our products.
All right, then let's move ahead and let's also invite the next brand, ladies and gentlemen, Heritage.
Heritage is a 135-year-old German legacy brand. It's one of the leading manufacturers of furniture fittings in the world. At the heart of our business is customer centricity and innovation. Industry or company has identified 4 such mega trends which are completely shaping the world that we are in. So for example, these are individualization, these are urbanization, sustainability and digitalization. Now how we are using this mega trends to basically make our products is that, for example, we have a product called Avintech U, which is completely about having your own individual style to your drawer system. So you can customize the drawers the way you want it. So these are the ways we are kind of creating a lot of innovative products to shape the way we are.
So then let's move ahead and invite the brand that's being felicitated, XYXX.
In today's time, I feel consumer preferences are changing at a very rapid pace. I think the one key success factor is definitely how well it is able to collect, analyze and use data to make decisions. Now, when it comes to data collection, how well do you analyze the data? Do you have a back-end sales analytics or a data analytics team set up? And how well does your internal corporate and your management team looks at this data and then takes decisions? And I think that is something that is extremely critical for successful brands.
So on that note, the next best brand to be felicitated is Building Blocks Group, BBG.
In an ever-changing competitive landscape, the only thing that matters for a brand or for an organization to stay closer to its purpose and what it stands for. Like at BBG, we stay closer to our purpose of every Indian owning a piece of land and girl-child empowerment. All our programs, all our associations, and every bit of BBG stands for these two purposes. When it comes to every Indian owning a piece of land, we make sure everybody in the value chain, including our associates, our employees, and anybody who gets in touch with us, is empowered, becomes financially free, and also understands the meaning of owning a piece of land, which is a long-term sustainable investment that can help them throughout their lives. And also that if the girl child is empowered in a family or a society, the society is bound to grow to an extent that cannot be imagined. And that is what we intend to do at BBG, and that is what the entire country is on the path of, to take India to the next level.
And ladies and gentlemen, time to invite the next brand. Let's hear it for Baggett.
So in today's wonderful world, we have consumers who are evolving, markets that are evolving, customers are getting more choices. And I think in all of the midst of this, Baggett is wonderfully placed because we have products for even the consumers who need more functional products to more fashion products or more economical kind of handbags. I think our quality is excellent and we really understand our consumers' needs for what she wants to use where. And I think this has really helped us to grow year on year and be acknowledged at this ET Edge award in our category. Thank you so much, ET.
We now invite on stage the next brand. Let's hear it for Sunny Earth.
We have the three different entity, namely as Sunny Earth Minerals Private Limited, Sunny's Impacts, Asotech Technical South Asia LLP. Particularly, we are busy in the manufacture of the functional mineral, which is useful in purification industry. Mainly, our business is the manufacturing of the activated bleaching earth and activated carbon. Activated bleaching earth, which is useful for the edible oil refining, which is consumed by us. So all are the big players in edible industry. We are supplying our bleaching earth to purify the oil refining. In India, we have 3 manufacturing facility in a different location for delivering our product in timely informed shipment.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, while we come to the end of the felicitations, this is Kavya R. Chavli signing off. Thank you.